Good morning, y'all. Welcome to Dogwood winter. Hugh, well, the old timers here just insist. There came birds out of the, I don't know if I had the camera pointed that way or not, but he flew out of his barn. So Hugh insists that there's a cold snap at certain times of the year before the spring weather just is dependable. And right now the dogwood trees are blooming. This week it has been in the 50s in the day, and down here we were down in the 20s, high 20s last night. But it's a little chilly this morning. You can see we've got a little bit of a frost. And Chelsea and I set a bunch of vegetables, mostly in the hi bud, you're gonna be noisy this morning, in the upper field yesterday, but I think they'll be okay. It was broccoli and cauliflower and those sorts of things, so it didn't frost hard, just a light frost. Let's go. I hear the birds fighting. Unfortunately, we have 3 houses for the chickens, or 2 houses for the chickens, and 3 roosters. There comes the noisy ones. So, if I don't get down here just on their schedule, they're already having a scuffle. Here we go. Good morning, good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, good morning. Good morning to you. I love these crazy birds. They're just annoying. There comes the stinky one too. They've all turned out to be kind of stinky. But George is the one that's most picked on. Yeah. Maybe it's because he's a blonde. I don't know. That little one there, that one is Chuck's son. And he has started annoying his daddy. Chasing his daddy around just a little bit. What? Are you coming over here to intimidate me? Here comes my googles. Hi, darling. Hi, darling. Hi, darling. You have ice. You have ice on your back. You do. You have ice on your back. I see you. I do. Yeah, you have ice on your back. What? 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 Yes, I know. That one. She has to come and protect him. But she thinks somehow I'm gonna do something to him with whatever. Sweet, sweet bird. You're standing on my feet, baby. You're standing on my feet. Alright, it's noisy enough. It's noisy. It's noisy. Yes. That doesn't help anything. Good gravy. We're getting our wood supply in here so that we can fix that one. Want to make a nice little outside enclosure with the wire, so that when we do start raising baby chicks, we'll have a place where they can be released until they're big enough to put in with the bigger birds. But that's also going to be the little house where we're going to bring Ann and Prissy. So they will have a location inside the bird house, the bird yard, and they can watch what's going on and not feel excluded. Plus, I want my front porch back. Up there are the cattle. I see 3 of them. Oh, over there's the 4th one. She is in front of a pile of brush, so couldn't see her very well. And this one I do call the Intimidator. Chelsea did a video a couple of days ago of him just harassing her. And yes, it is filled with expletives. So she did give a warning. It's on our Facebook page. She did give a warning about that. But if you've ever had a rooster try to attack you, you might let loose with a few words as well. They can be brutal. They can be brutal. Let me take it real quick and I will show you this upper garden. And you know what, y'all? It sounds like I left the fan on in my high tunnel. And as a matter of fact, Hugh had put in the Amazon cart a timer so that when it gets below a certain temperature, it just turns off anyway. And that's for the purpose of me forgetting, but also for the purpose of saving a little bit of electricity funds. But yeah, I left it on. I hear it clearly now. I hope these guys up here are fine. We've got to get our peppers and tomatoes started. We had decided to wait until we got the rest of everything planted that we have ready off on the hardening off table. And it doesn't matter, the tomatoes and the peppers and all that sort of thing can go out a little bit later. I actually like to wait toward the end of June, but the seasons, the spring and summer season have gotten so warm the last few years that I don't want to cook them when they're fresh little guys. They like the hot weather. All right, let's just walk down through here. You can see they're not, this is snapdragons. They're not real happy. We put the chunky mulch in some of the, we're going to finish with what we have, filling up the pathways for walking because they sure get slick. And then the finer mulch, we're just putting around the plants and wetting them in because they won't stay. It won't stay. You see the wind blows it a little bit, but when we have it dampened real well, it stays pretty well. And eventually it will not blow off easily. But that's kind of our fix right now to hopefully help cut back on watering this spring. And there's some of the new guys that we put out yesterday. They look okay. Nothing usually looks real wonderful the day after you plant it because that whole transplant shock and all that. And then over here on this one, or on these two, I should say, some of the new ones are kind of interspersed. These are all new right here. And some of them are interspersed on this side because we had some die. I think we had set some out too early. But you can see, these little dudes are happy. Cold weather doesn't bother them too badly. But just putting, there's definitely a little bit of frost, but just putting this this real powdery, we use this in our bird houses, this finer wood mulch. But last year in the beds that we set out across the road to overwinter, it really helped keep the weeds down. So that was good. And we're gonna have to bring some more up here and put it on where it's blown away a bit, instead of putting it on the whole row. Of course, on these, you know, you've got 4 or 5 plants in a row, so by the time you get it around them, that is the whole row. But yay, I think we're doing okay up here. Like I was saying earlier, our biggest problem is that I think we set our little plants out just too small. They're supposed to be 3 to 5 inches tall before we put them out, and we were probably just a couple inches. We were getting anxious to get something in the field because, you know, we're impatient like that. But they're doing okay. I think we're going to be good here in a day or two. Now, we have one more cold spell, according to Hugh and the old timers here. He's got to fill my tank up today. It's pretty much empty. But one more cold spell, and that is blackberry winter. So when the blackberries start blooming, then and it's usually not as cold as this. Hopefully we won't pop down into the teens or the 20s at night. And then we should be pretty much at least in the 40s and 50s at night. There, the cattle are up and eating now. Stinky girls. Kitty cats everywhere. Those are amazing hunters. It's impressive and it hurts my heart all at the same time. And they bring me the things that they find and they kill. And it looks like Reba. Hopefully she's not sitting on top of any of Chelsea's peonies. Reba, move. I think. Reba! I better hurry. If she's digging up a peony, Chelsea is really not going to be happy with her. I think we're going to have to put some screen over top of it. Chelsea has worked on these babies and worked on these babies, and that's exactly what she was doing. I think we're going to have to put some, yeah, they've been digging around in here. But anyway, and some of them are just beginning to break the surface. You can see a little red thing. But they'll probably have to be potted up one more time before cold weather, and then kind of buried down again into the mulch like this. Most people don't raise peonies from seed like this. And of course, we're also raising, what are they called? The big poofy flowers that get tall. I can't remember. From seed. Everything takes a while. You can add an extra year or two when you start them from seed. But Chelsea's like her mama. She just enjoys the challenge, I think, of starting things from seed. Hugh's been working on his truck bed. He has built, his other truck bed was not serving well, so he made a really heavy duty one. He's got to build the tailgate today. But as you can hear, yeah, I left the fan on. But it's fine. It's just extra electricity. And that's never a fun thing. But as soon as we get all these plants in the ground, I want to clean up a little bit. We've got work to do. But I sure would like for everything to be neat in the midst of it. Any of y'all like me, and it's just like it's hard to work in a cluttered environment. It just kind of makes my head hurt. Not physically, just maybe mentally. It makes my head hurt. You just got to fill my water wagon because I'm pretty certain that these guys need to be watered today as well. Oh, and by the way, we're up to 5 peahen eggs now. And Marguerite is the one sitting on them. So I don't know if she's the mama of all of them or if she's just the nanny. But see all these guys? Yeah, I'll probably bore you to death bringing you in here every few days. Yeah, I could use some water. They grow at the speed of smell. Yeah. Oh well. They're coming along. I'll just go ahead and leave the fan on since it needs to be on now. Alright. Today, we're just going to continue with sitting plants out. And if we have any extra time, we'll probably go across the road. And we have, yesterday Chelsea and I went across and we have, what are they called? The bachelor's buttons are heading out. They're almost ready to start opening up. So as soon as they do, I will be certain and show you. And it's going to be a good day. No rain in sight, so we'll have to continue watering as well. But that's going to be remedied with an irrigation system soon, hopefully. All right, y'all. I love you much. I hope your day is gorgeous. And I hope that everything that you would love to have happen this day happens for you. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.